Thank you to whoever made fan art this week. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a comment and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Well, this is a surprise. I thought everyone would be at lunch by now. Since everyone likes lunch, I thought I could go up to one of my classrooms and study for a little bit. But I guess you're not one of those type of students. Well, let's not be strangers and introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Sakamoto. And you? Mm, nice name you have. Really flows off the tongue. Do you mind me joining you? I'm just going to catch up on my studying and reading. Thank you. Okay. So, what grade are you in? Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. That means I'm a few years ahead of you. Don't worry, you'll get up to this level someday. No, that's not a short joke. But, yes, I do put my book these ways because it's more of a suitable way to carry them. You see, if people carry your books to the side like this, then it could easily get swiped out of your arms. But for me, I carry them on top of my head. Yes, yes, you heard me right, on top of my head. A lot of people look at me strange. A lot of people cheer. I'm not sure about why, but they do. I think it's from pure amazement, but I just think it's rather odd, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? Where if I do something that's normal to me, most of my classmates just cheer me. But most of the males don't really. They just look at me and with strange looks, like they want to do something to me, like ruffians, but I don't think they mean it in any kind of mean way. They're just, I don't want to say jealous, but sometimes it happens that way. Hmm. What am I reading? Oh, just some light novels and some books to go study on, like for the test that's coming up. Hmm. You forgot about the test already. It was announced today. How did you forget? Okay. Well, if you want any help with it, I'd be more than glad to help you. Yes, of course. Helping out classmates is what I do. We are in the same class, though, correct? Math? Is it? Yes, I've seen you before. You're the person that's sitting in the back all the time. Hmm. Okay, so let me see your papers real quick. Um, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're missing something on that equation there. You missed something there. And also, there is something wrong with this one. Mm. Here, let me show you. So, the way you actually want to do this equation right here is to lower the number instead of higher it, and then subtract it by that same number you've got in the equivalent area. Hmm. But instead of that, you move on to the next one, which kind of correlates to the other one we just did. It's basically the same question, but with a little twist of it. You have to divide the equaled number by half. Yeah, math can be very, very confusing, but you'll get it eventually. Don't worry. But yes, you just divide the equal number, and then that's your complete answer on that equation. But for the last one, it's very confusing to hear, but you had to move a lot of numbers and decimals around. See, with this decimal on the first number, you had to move that one to the left, and then you had to subtract it. But also using that same number you got out of the equal of that equation, you use that number, and then you put it back into the original question and use that as the actual answer. Yes, I know it's very confusing, but yeah, well, that's about it. It's just really confusing. But someday, you'll get it. You'll get it through. I believe in you, so don't worry. So, makes me think of the one time where three classmates tried to drop an eraser on my head when I first walked into my math class when I first had it. Yes, I know. I didn't know it was a prank. I just thought someone left the eraser into the door. And also, they tried to pour water on my head when I was using the bathroom. But yeah, luckily I had my umbrella with me because it was sprinkling. But apparently, it was a downpour in the bathrooms. But yeah, for the time being, since I did help you with your homework, would you mind just hanging around me while I finish my book up? I'm only a mere page and a half done with it. Not done. Almost a page and a half. Almost done with it. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Um, for the time being, let me just tell you what the story is about. You see, the story in itself is more of a fictional story, but it's based on a murder mystery. It's just a bit more twist into it, I guess. The main character in itself is quite explanatory, quite a basic man, basic detective, and with the other people in the household, it was an invitational party. I know it sounds cliche, but listen, it was an individual invitation party. No one knew who anyone else was or anyone who was invited, except for one person the detective knew already was a female. And that female in itself was killed in that said house. So everyone else tried to help out with the detective, but ended up getting killed off instead. And Within this, the detective finally found who was the murderer. It was typically the owner of the household, yes, but they ended up making an elixir of having the people who were killed turn back to life. Meaning there were zombies in the household he had had to go through to get out. And these weren't normal zombies. No, no, no. These zombies are so called superhumans, as the book said. The elixir said it was made superhuman, but nonetheless, the man had to go through all the people one by one until the last one was the female, which he had the most trouble trying to kill, but ended up doing it. And then escaping the household just to have the bridge fall on his car, ending him in the canal below. Hmm. Yes, it's quite an interesting story. So yeah. Oh, someone must have dropped their books outside. They should be carrying them on their heads. But for this, I think my story is done. All right. Thank you for just sticking around with me. And I guess class should be starting soon, so I'm just going to stay in here. Where's your? Oh, sorry for that. I don't know what that noise was. My zipper on my jacket must have been loose. But are you in the same class as I am? Or are you in another one? You're in another one. Okay. Well, have a good day. Hopefully, I'll see you around maybe the second lunch. All right. Take care.